friends, my name's Miss Foss. I'm a kindergarten teacher at Henderson Formey Junior School, and today we're going to be talking about how to write a narrative story, okay? So the standard we're doing is use a combination of drawing, dictating, and writing to narrate a single event or several loosely linked events, tell about the events in the order in which they occurred, and provide a reaction to what happened. Here are our I can statements for today. I can use pictures and words to tell about a time I did something. If you look at my screen on the right-hand side, you'll see a piece that I wrote that yours will hopefully look like at the end. You'll be able to write a little piece about how you celebrated something or did something. So this is mine. My class celebrated St. Patrick's Day. I even decorated my door. We had fun. And if you notice, I drew a cookie, or I found a cookie, because my kids and I had cookies that day for snack. And one of the things that we did on St. Patrick's Day was we decorated shamrocks. So I put a shamrock up, and then I showed you a picture of me and my class outside of our door, or me outside of my door with shamrocks with all my class's name on it. So that's just a little bit. And so now we're going to get started with how to write your narratives. So we're going to read the book, My Dog Thinks I'm a Genius, to understand what it looks like to write a narrative story. All right, so this is our book called My Dog Thinks I'm a Genius. And the words are by Harriet Ziefert. So I want you to think, what was her job if she wrote the words? If you said that her job is called the author because she wrote the words, kiss your brain. All right, and now it says the paintings or the pictures are by Baraks. So, if the paintings or the pictures were by Baraks, does that make Baraks the illustrator or the author? Think about it. If you said Baraks is the illustrator, kiss your brain. You are so smart. Oh, I can feel your first grade brains at work. All right. My dog thinks I'm a genius. When I was 5, I said, I'm an artist. I need to paint and draw every day. Now I'm 8, and I still paint. Louie, my dog, likes to watch me. Sometimes he even helps. This morning, I'm busy working on a painting of a tall building. First, I paint a big gray shape. Louie watches. Then I draw windows and a door with a handle. I paint the bushes and leave the bottom of the picture for last. Then I ask Louie, what do you think? Is the picture done? Louie barks, no! I know what Louie wants. He wants to be included, so I add him to the picture. I ask again, now, am I done? Louie barks, yes! I take the picture to the wall, and we look at it together. I ask, Louie, do you like my painting? Louie barks and runs all around the studio. He wags his tail and kisses me. I give my picture a title. My dog thinks I'm a genius. Then it's time for me to go to school. Louie is sad and a little mad. He does not like to be left alone. Poor Louie. I think his feelings got hurt. While I'm gone, Louie takes a nap. I leave him a bowl of water and toys to chew on. He is a good dog and usually does not get into trouble. He just said usually there. Make a guess of what you think Louie might have done today. Think he was mad. And then our friend's writing it, and he said he usually does not get in trouble. Make a prediction or a guess. All right. Now, my favorite part is sometimes I like to read part of the story, and then I don't tell you the answer. I make you listen to the story to figure out what happened. So we're going to have to read on to figure out if Louie was a good dog or if he did something crazy. All right. When I come home, I expect to see Louis waiting at the window. But today, he is not there. What has Louis been up to? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This crazy dog. Y'all, this is crazy. I call, Louis, Louis, where are you? No answer from Louis. I call again, Louis, are you in my studio? I'm coming to find you. Louis barks. Louis, if you messed with my paints, you're going to the yard for a time out. Louis runs to me and jumps up and down. He wants me to see what he has done. I follow Louis to the other side of the studio. I see an awesome painting. Louis, you have talent. You're an artist, just like me. I give Louis's picture a title. My dog is a genius. All right, so that's the end of our book. Louis was a silly dog, wasn't he? And if your prediction was that Louis made a mess with the paint, kiss your brain. Remember, predictions can't be wrong or right, though, so go ahead and just kiss your brain if you made any guess that Louis was going to do something a little crazy. All right, now, we read that book, and now we're going to talk about what parts of that book should be included in our story, okay? So, when we're writing, we want to make sure that all of our stories have characters. That means we always include the people that we did things with. So, if you're writing a piece about a time that you went to the park and you went to the park with your older cousin and your little brother, then you'd want to include, I went to the park with my older brother and my little cousin. The story that we had also had a setting. It talked about where he was. So, in this story, they drew a picture of Louis at the house and the person who is painting at the house, our main character. So, when you write, you're going to want to include the fact that you went somewhere or you were somewhere. So, even if it happened at your house, you might talk about the time you painted a picture at your house. Something happens in your story, okay? Now, it might not be as crazy as the time that a dog went and painted your room, because you know what? You might not have a dog, but something happens in your story. It could be good, it could be bad, it just could be a surprise. Like one time I had a party and my mom surprised me at my party with presents. Something happened. See? So it can really be anything. It just has to be something that happened. Think about an example of something that happened. If you said the time that something happened, like the time that your brother surprised you or the time you went to Chuck E. Cheese, kiss your brain. You thought of something that happened. Then the story has an end. So, although it might not be the way your day ended, at some point your story has to end. So, although the story didn't end with our friend going to bed and tomorrow starting, his story ended because him and Louis made up and he gave Louis a title for his own painting. So your story just has to have some sort of ending to it. Normally, we talk about our end of our story having how you felt. So it could be something like, and at the end, I was a very happy 5-year-old. Or at the end, I was a very happy student. It just talks about how you are. Or it could be a sad ending too. So you could end with, and at the end, I was still sad that my crayon broke. So you have to have an ending to your story. Now we're going to do some practice. So here's the first sentence I wrote in my story. I had a party. Does that tell you at least what we're doing? Yes, it does. It kind of tells you that it tells you about what we're doing. It says, my family was there. So that tells you about the characters that were in the story. Then it says, I opened presents. So it tells you what I did. We all ate cake. And then it ends with, my family and I had fun. So, y'all, here's the key to writing the perfect story. You have to make sure you include details about what you did, but then you have to make sure that your picture matches what you drew. So, if I were writing this story, I would make sure that I had details about things that I did at the party. So, if you notice, I have a picture of a present. So I would draw a picture of my present because I wrote in there, I opened presents. It says, we all ate cake. So I have a picture of my cake. And my family was there. So I also have a picture of my family on the screen. So that way, my picture and my words match. You always want to make sure that your pictures and your words match. So we're going to play a game, okay? I'm going to tell you a story. And then I'm going to tell you the picture that I drew. And thumbs up and thumbs down if it matches or not, okay? So, first story is, once I went to Chuck E. Cheese, and I played skee ball with my sister, and then we went home and we had fun. And my picture is, I really didn't want to draw about Chuck E. Cheese, so instead I drew a picture of my dog, and I drew a picture of my school. Is that what my writing should look like? A picture of my dog and a picture of my school, but then I'm talking about Chuck E. Cheese? Thumbs up if I did a good job. Thumbs down if that's not what I should have done. If you have your thumbs down right now, you are an awesome writer. All right, but let's see. If we do this, I think this might work, okay? So, one time in my classroom, I was going crazy one day. All my students were there, and we had misplaced another friend's bracelet. We just couldn't find it in the room. She couldn't find it, I couldn't find it, and our whole class was looking for the bracelet. We couldn't find it anywhere. We checked under desks, we checked in cubbies, we checked on my desk, and then one of my smart friends, if you're watching, you know who you are, looked inside a bin that was stuck on my whiteboard, and he found our friend's bracelet. My whole class cheered, and we were all so happy, and the friend put the bracelet in her book bag, and we had a great day at school. All right, now if I were going to go ahead and draw my picture for that story, and I drew a picture of our classroom with my whiteboard, and I drew the bucket, and I drew friends with happy faces and a friend holding the bracelet over her head, would that be a good picture to go with our story? Because it has her happy and her bracelet, and it has friends who were there, and it has us in our classroom. Think about it. Is that a good picture and a good story, or does it need some work? Thumbs up or thumbs down? I'll be honest, I'm giving myself a thumbs up for that story and picture because the pictures and the words match. All right, friends, you guys did such an awesome job today. I know that you're going to do great work and your first grade brains are working hard. I hope you have a great day, and hopefully I'll see y'all again. Bye.